And I'm just where's my little frog friend so I can get some movement. What's up, Cindy? We are testing out a new phone. Hey, Jen. I figure get lots of shadowing, different kinds of lights, distance. Be able to test it out real well in the garden. It seems kind of choppy like this. Still playing with it, but I got 3 different cameras, so I figure one of them would be best for watching the fucking police ruin their lives and other people's. Oh, I guess some lemon verbena, some celery, and all these little guys. Lemongrass, pineapple sage, more lemongrass, catmint. Here's my so-called broccoli bed. Looks like I'm just going to end up with a bunch of really good thyme to season some meats with and stuff. Broccoli's, and we got one over here kind of trying to do its thing. Carrots. Anyway, we got lots and lots of oregano. Plenty of sunflowers growing. More oregano, sage. Here's my raspberries and eggplants, and it's another strawberry bed in the works. Tomatoes that aren't quite that big yet. Some peppers. Cindy, check these out. These are Prunus maritima, also known as beach plums. They are native to the New England area. They're very hardy. You know, they do just fine where I'm at. They'll do just fine where you are as well. If you get down here, I can get you one. I think I got like 15. I can get you a couple if you want them. But they're like grape-sized plums. Birds love them. They get real gold and maroon colored in the fall with the leaves. They got nice pretty white flowers, as most plums do. In the spring, here's my kohlrabi or whatever. No text bud, no cannabis in here. I got enough work as is. There's a joke about gardening that it's the most strenuous 6 months you'll put into saving $2 on tomatoes in your entire life. Ugh. There's an apple tree with some onions underneath. Another bigger one. My greens beds are doing pretty well. And I got this is some sort of zucchini that I'm told grows up. Grows up, not out. Potatoes. Red, white. These are my hugelkultur mounds. Thank you, Cindy. I tell my kids this is church. Excuse the mess. Trying to turn this into like a kind of a real deal. Got some zucchini, some watermelons. Man, squatted down, got too low, lost. Anyway, these are celandine poppies, I believe they're called. Anyway, so just planted all these. The celandine poppy, and yeah, I'm wondering if it has to do maybe being on the other side of this fence here or what. Prunus maritima, P-R-U-N. Yeah, pretty much just repeat this theme all the way down to about right here. Then more watermelons. This is one of the main reasons why I'm so busy lately. This just added about anywhere from had a bunch of big pine trees back here. I think this one was a cypress. Anyway, I got about 120. I'm gonna use all this wood for garden beds and various other garden projects. Maybe try to grow some mushrooms for salads and such. Not much you can do with the pine. Eventually, in between all these mounds, I'm gonna have lemon trees. The mounds are getting bush blueberries. I'm gonna do some kiwi vine, some cranberries, anything I can get to grow. Pretty much, I'm willing to plant it. But yeah, quite a busy project. It's whole lot of wood. I've burned a ton, and I'm in the middle of building this arbor thing over here, and some more planter boxes and trellises and tomato cages and all kinds of fun stuff. So, as I said, excuse my messy yard. It's a work in progress. It's been that way for a while. Probably stay that way for quite a bit. Anyway. So yeah. Let's switch around here. What's that looking like? Oh man, it's hot as shit out here. Anyway. Pretty clear. Tell how old and hot and sweaty I am right now. Anyway. Here's the front. So I'm starting some new mounds up here. Lovely tire tracks. That's what happens when you get about a 20-yard truck of mulch delivered for all this fun stuff. Working with firewood all over the place. Many projects, but all usable. As you can tell, I use a lot of salvaged wood. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap this up, go inside and give me some water. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video pretty much so we can all critique it. See what this video quality is like with this new phone. I got 3 of them on the back, 1 on the front. Probably have to test them all out at some point, figure out how to work this doohickey. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I got some milkweed growing. I got some butterfly bush. I got all kinds of stuff out here. I'm getting more natives and stuff. Here's this fall, I'm gonna go out and pick some seeds out of this field. There's a good established variety, but milkweed will probably be one of the ones I try to get a good bit of. I'm probably gonna try to do the Monarch way station thing. Get my yard certified and all that fun stuff. So yeah, have to get a few more. Who doesn't like butterflies, birds, all that fun stuff? I could do without the chipmunks and the rest of these yard rats. But I mean, yeah, bees, butterflies, that stuff's all good. Pollinators, all that fun stuff. It all helps everything else you're growing. You can't grow food without growing the pretty stuff. You gotta grow them all. All that fun stuff in nature does its part. Like specifically, like squash plants. There's a certain kind of bee that you need to pollinate them. It's called squash bee. Not just any bug or whatever can pollinate a squash plant. You need a specific kind of bee. So it's good to have a nice variety of stuff in your yard. That way you can get a variety of insects, you know, various other little critters. They all do their part. Anyway, but like I said, it's hot. I've been out here for a little while. I'm gonna go in and get some water. Just want to do these greens look pretty bright. A lot of the stuff the butterflies like, the hummingbirds like too, Cindy, so it's like a win-win. What'd you say? You got red and Yukons. Yep. That's what we... You can see, this is pretty much what I got going on. You know, I researched as much as I could, you know, read and watch other people's videos. I've seen a lot of people do it a lot of different ways. And this looked fairly easy, fairly low maintenance, very, very cheap. You know what I mean? I had a good bit of this 2-foot vinyl coated fencing laying around already, landscaping tarp, you know, these staples from in the house, just regular old paper stapler. Then this is like a dog tie out running from post to post. But I mean, I felt around on the bottom and stuff down here a little bit. I mean, there's definitely some potatoes in there. I don't know what kind of yields I'll get, but for the amount of work that I had to put into it, and as cheap as it was, I mean, these are all potatoes that got old and started to grow eyes, and I just came out here and, you know, let them do their thing. So I mean, these are potatoes that otherwise would have went into the compost or something already. But a couple potatoes out of each one would pretty much be worth the trouble. You know, the dirt comes right out of the bottom. I can shovel all this up, put it into something else, use it for something else next year. But they're like red, gold, red, gold kind of thing. We'll see. I'm excited. Yep, no bees, no nothing. My kale was doing amazing for a while, and I waited to pick it, and these damn slugs are out here tearing it up. But man, I swear, can't eat enough salad to keep this stuff down. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. And I've got some arugula and spinach and all that fun stuff growing over here on this side. Plenty of beans. I got bush beans and vine beans behind these pallets. That's all arugula, spinach. Then there's some lemon balm in there. That's a mulberry tree. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about these. I freaking love raspberries, and these mounds do pretty well, so hopefully I'll get me a nice little hedge of them. Yeah, I haven't had as many hummingbirds this year, Cindy, but I've had quite a few new birds. Like, this year is the first year I've had more than 1 or 2 cedar waxwings in the yard at once. But I noticed this year they love this apple tree. When it was in blossom, I had 8 to 12 out here a few different times. Then I noticed actually I got a spot up here in the front where there's a tree trunk, and I've got a bunch of black-eyed Susans growing around it, some myrtle, and then there's I got pumpkins growing out of there this year. But anyway, I'm coming back from the convenience store around the corner, maybe sometime last week, and this was all a little bit shorter, but there was a frickin' a white-rumped plover, and they're extremely rare. I mean, I live in a town with like 8 lakes, but still they're pretty rare. But it was absolutely a white-rumped plover. Yeah, so I was able to identify it immediately. You know, I double-checked, looked it up on the internet and these bird books I got and everything, and man, yeah, it was just long enough for me to be able to see what he was and watch him fly off into the distance here. Growing up front, hollyhocks, foxgloves, some sedums and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna for real get off here this time. But yeah, like I said, I didn't have my phone on me to get a picture of it. I actually had a maybe a couple days before that, I had a merlin, also known as a falco columbarius, or a pigeon hawk, and he landed probably right in here somewhere. Left a little bit of feathers from what looked like was a golden crowned kinglet, but couldn't really see what he had. Just it was kind of small, and based upon the feathers that it left. But a frickin' merlin, which might not mean much to most people. It's a cool bird. I mean, no matter what, to land in your front yard here in town. But I just recently had a new baby, a little boy, and his name is Merlin. He's not named after the wizard. He's actually named after this bird, because I've been bird watching, and there's about 5 different kind of falcons that he was almost named after. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I've had some neat stuff in the yard, wood ducks, and various other stuff. And like I said, I live in a town with a bunch of lakes, so we get a lot of waterfowl around here. But the merlin was definitely one of the coolest ones I've seen in the yard. Then the white-rumped plover as well. I've seen the wood ducks a few times, but anyway, I'm getting dehydrated. My mouth's getting all... You guys don't want to listen to that, so I'm out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll obviously be making some videos here real soon, testing out the old Kamarooskis. But you guys stay safe. Enjoy this beautiful weather outside. You know, I'm complaining that it's hot, but it is absolutely beautiful outside today, at least where I'm at. Anyway, stay safe out there. You know what I mean? Remember to hold your local officials accountable. Film everything. If you see something, film something. Shit's getting crazy, you know, these days. We're kind of coming to a head with police accountability and stuff. Shit's getting pretty interesting. Qualified immunity is a thing that's dying out. A lot of these officers are going to be real worried about being held accountable. So I imagine it's going to get worse before it gets better. So stay safe out there. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Thank you, Cindy.